Big updates as well as a bunch of questions answered in the latest dev stream for Diablo 4. In this video, we're going to be going over every single thing, all the keynotes that was mentioned in the dev stream in TLDR fashion. Now, as you can see here, there is a post that they made on the website that goes over and just kind of spark notes what they went over, but there are a lot of missing details that you might find interesting. So I've written them all out here in my handy dandy notepad, and we're going to be going over these one by one as fast as we can. So first thing that they started with was the early access being March 17th, and it's going to start at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and it's going to end on March 20th, noon Pacific time, and it's the same with the open beta. First weekend of beta will include the Barbarian, Rogue, and Sorcerer. The second weekend, you can play all 5 classes, which means the Druid and the Necro will be available. They want to test the server capacity and the balance on the classes, so feedback is going to be pretty big there. There will be a world boss active. There will be 4 spawn times on each Saturday. The boss is called Ashava. I hope I spelled that correctly. And it is a level 25 world boss. World bosses, you just show up and other people will be there. Camera pulls out. It's all seamless. 12 players can fight a world boss in one single instance. They did go on to say that the party sizes later on were 4-man parties. So I'm assuming 3 parties here per world boss. Minimum and recommended specs here, they say that you can play console players can play during the beta, and that is listed right here. Here are the minimum and recommended specs here. Ray tracing will be available after launch. Preload will be available a week before beta. Consoles can play couch co-op. Each person will need their own BattleNet account though. Early access to open beta progress carries over. There will be a wipe after the beta and 5 zones in the beta test. Beta rewards for the launch are right here. You'll get the initial casualty title by reaching Kyovashad with 1 character during the beta test. You'll get the early Voyager title by reaching level 20 on 1 character during the beta. And finally, you will get this adorable little beta Wolfpack cosmetic item by also reaching level 20. So definitely try and get to level 20 during the open beta test, which is open for everyone. Then they go on to talk about the armor system. Oh, which by the way, they also said that the devs will be playing live with the community on the 24th. Via live stream. And then the next thing that they go over is the armor system, and they kind of go into a lot of detail here with how damage is being scaled with armor. So to go over this really quick, chest armor and pants provide more armor value than boots and gloves, which provide the smallest armor value. Item power will represent the power of the item. Items drop based off of the monster's power. Item power represents how strong a gear piece is. High item power usually means it's more powerful, but not always, depending on the passives, is what they confirmed. Armor value is tied to item power. The higher the item power, the higher the armor value. Diablo 3 versus Diablo 4. There's a little bit of a difference here with elemental resist. Armor not only mitigates physical damage, but it also absorbs a certain amount of non-physical damage. Armor will absorb 50% of non-physical damage. For example, if it absorbs 60% physical damage, it will absorb 30% elemental damage. Higher world tiers have elemental resist penalties, so you need to keep up with your elemental resist. The higher the world tier, the bigger the penalty. There is a 20% penalty from world tier 2 to tier 3, 20% less resistance, and a 40% penalty to tier 4. Armor scales with level shown represented in the chart, which I'm going to pull up right here. This is the chart that they showed us on the stream. Damage reduction from armor goes down with level as shown on the chart. Higher level monsters penetrate more armor damage reduction as shown on the chart. Monsters also now have damage mitigation. Higher levels, they absorb more damage instead of traditionally just increasing the mob's HP values at each level. Problem with the HP values just increasing makes damage numbers extremely high in the billions as you go end game. The damage reduction on mobs will not exceed the damage increase on a player, so you will still see a damage increase. This was a change that they made for Diablo 4. Next, they go on to talk about strongholds. As you explore the world, there will be 1 stronghold per zone, 5 zones. private experience. This is a private experience, so you and your party only will be able to complete the stronghold missions. Once you complete your stronghold, it then becomes public, and then people can interact with it. When you conquer a stronghold, there is a lasting impact on the world, and strongholds also give a lot of renown, which is essentially just a new currency to purchase more upgrades. Think rep vendors. Strongholds do unlock a variety of things, including dungeons, waypoints, aspects, etc. Hardcore also was finally confirmed as the last thing that they mentioned in the dev stream before the Q&A section. The first question that was asked was, when will we learn more about Diablo 4's progression and endgame systems? The answer to that was after the beta. We will be going over this and they will be sharing that information. The next question, is there a limit on the number of people that you can see in the open world? The answer to that was yes, there is a limit you can see at one time. This adjusts depending on the content. More on that, they said that they wanted Diablo to feel desolate. They don't want players to lose immersion by seeing a lot of people. Strongholds and dungeons, they will only see the people that you have in the party, but when strongholds are open to public after completing, you'll see more people, but not a tremendous amount, not a lot. World bosses, open world events, however, you will see more players in that area. I think they confirmed earlier in the dev stream that there will be 12 people per instance for the world bosses, for example. When you go to town, however, this is where you're going to see most of the other players, where you can party up, you can see their gear, their cosmetics. It will feel like a city. Now, to me, this sounded like kind of like a hub-based MMO feel. That's just obviously my thinking, of course. The next question was, can you stream the beta? Answer, yes, you can stream the beta. And then they went on to confirm a few other points here. The game will support ultra wide, supports 3x1, mega ultra wide, little typo there, mega ultra wide, they will see black bars, so like the super juiced ultra wide monitors. You can play on the PC with a controller, and Diablo 4 will also have seasons. More info on the first season as we get closer to launch. They also said that they do want each season to really change and be different for each season. Rune words also being worked on to reach player expectations. WASD will not be supported at launch, but they will continue to look into it. Diablo 4, however, will have a lot more customization when it comes to binds and controls compared to Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Party sizes, as I mentioned earlier, was confirmed to be four players per party. And the final question that was asked was, is there trading in Diablo 4? And that was being asked and spammed in the Twitch chat. The answer to that was trading in Diablo 4 is less restrictive in D3, but not wide open. They want to protect the game loop of killing mobs to get loot, but they do understand that some people want that open trading. They're going to try and balance it to a certain degree, but the concept of wanting to protect the game loop of killing mobs to get loot is always going to supersede everything, and that will be the priority. Finally, the last thing that they mentioned was, yes, there are treasure goblins in Diablo 4. And that's pretty much it, guys. I try to get through that as fast as possible. Like and subscribe if you guys found that helpful. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I plan on covering Diablo 4 as much as I can. Currently playing Diablo 3 on Twitch. Come check me out on that platform. Next month, I'm going to be deep diving Diablo 4 with the team. We're going to try and get as many guides out there for you guys as possible and just give you guys a good solid review of the game, because I know a lot of you guys are waiting for that. Once again, join me on Twitch, join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next video.